Great Googly Moogly. We're playing some more TaleSpire this week. It's Tuesday, which means we're gonna build shit, and you're gonna watch. How's it going, everybody? We're back. We're back in TaleSpire. We're gonna make some stuff. Let me go ahead and turn up the master volume again. There we go. That works. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Oh, Stabby Rogue. How's it going? Been a while. Thanks for the host. Sweet. Let's see here. Let's hop on to our thing here. Hey, how's it going, man? Oh, let's see how far along we're coming here with this. Keep on the Borderlands. It's loading. There it is. There's our fortress. We have but to finish the roof and furnish it, but that's later. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I always appreciate a lurk if you wanna throw a lurk. Awesome, thanks, man. Alrighty, we are. Yep, keep on the Borderlands. This is the fortress. Finishing it up. We got the outline. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for throwing me a lurk. But yeah, we're finishing up the fortress, and we're gonna make our way to the cobblestones and the outline of what's in the outer bailey and the inner bailey and the floor plans of the buildings, and then from there we can build the buildings. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But for now, we're gonna put the little finishing schmooshes. That's my slang for touches. I don't think it's gonna catch on the fortress. So let's go to Castle Ruins. Let's do these parapets. Let's throw these things down here. All right, let's see, 1x2s. And also, we need to turn on our grid and our clipping. Activate those. Did you? There is a dungeon. We do. Oh yeah, we do have to still do the dungeon in here. So yeah, there will be jails for you guys to escape from, yet again. Welcome to Dungeons and Dungeons. Let's see. Do we want to go with the schmancy polished stairs, or do we want to do the Castle Ruin stairs, which are kind of snazzy? I like them. Yeah, we'll do those. I like the way those look. Hooray! More incarceration. Yeah, that looks slick. I like that. Cool. All right. And as we finished up last week, we were trying to figure out a way to do this balcony in a sort of elegant way, and I think it's pretty cool. We had this overhang on the roof, so all I did was just extend it to line up with the back of the parapets here, and now they have like a little overhang that they can kind of walk through, stop and smoke a pipe or smoke a bowl or whatever they want to do. So yeah, that's kind of turned out okay. There's going to be just enough room for one mini to pass through at a time. Just enough room. All right, let's do it that way. There we go. There we go. Some parapets. And finish up on this side. Whoop. Yeah, good. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. And, let's do the, we'd swap that out for the better one, in my opinion. It's got more character. There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's throw down some on this tower. Yeah, I think we can do the 2x2s most of the way around on this one. Maybe not. Well, actually, we can. It's been established that clipping solves most things, as we have discovered. So there you go. And yeah, I mean, maybe that's too much. Maybe that should be fine. Leave a little bit of space so that people can drag their tokens up there. Blending functionality with aesthetic. That's what our goal, our ultimate goal is here. We want it to look pretty, but if you can't do stuff on the map, then what's the frickin' point? There we go. Yeah, cool. And the roof. And I got to finish these chimneys too. All right, so the roofs are very easy. I like doing roofs. They are fairly straightforward. When you start doing complicated roofs with a bunch of different peaks and stuff, it becomes very interesting. It becomes less straightforward and more, should I do it this way? I don't know. Let me see. Is that gonna work? Yeah, I mean, that should work. The interesting thing here is our distance from the chimney to the actual edge of this room is different. Here we have more space here because of the overhang. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's watch. I'm gonna do a 2x2 here, or not. That is not right. So yeah, it's because this roof is so narrow, we have to stick with the 1x1s because things are going to intersect. That is not where that goes. So remember to hold down shift. There we go. All right. Because if I use a 2x2 here, then we'll have it'll basically look like this, but then this one has to come up to a point. So we can only really use 2x2 in this center spot, which we didn't do, which is fine. We could technically use one here, I think. No, it is now too narrow to do that, I think. Right? Oh, no, actually that would be perfect, actually. So that's the only place we can use one right now. All right, and we can also do this. May as well. There you go. Saves a little bit of time. 1x1 corner. Whoop. Also, whoop, we forgot to do that little space. Oops. Let's get the 1x1. Whoop, there. Perfect. And let's finish this up here. Let's see. Back to that level. Couple more single slats. Flip that around. Boom. Roof done. Well, let's get these chimneys squared away and we can move on. Tavern. There are also circular chimneys in the rural tile set. Right here. But there it is. But I like the square ones for our purposes here. I think I'm just going to put the cap on these. I don't want to extend them any higher than I have to. So we'll just do doot, 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 and a doot. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Yeah, slightly off color from the rest of the keep, but whatever. Wow. Those front towers are very tall. Very tall. Oh well. We might take them down a level. Just one. To like... I don't know. Yeah, we might just take one segment off. They're just very, very tall. Meh. Whatever. For now, we'll keep them. And we also need the ladders leading up to the top, which are quite precarious. It's going to be only people with guards with no fear of heights can take this patrol. Let's see. Where are the ladders? Here we go. Ladders. Ladders. Perfect. And there. Boop. 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 Oh, that's a long ladder. Yeah, we'll have it stick up there. I don't know. I feel safer if it sticks up a little bit there. Personally. That's the only thing I feel safe about with this ladder. Yeah, I mean, it's because of the size of this tower, we can't put the ladder inside, unfortunately. Oh well. If we really, really wanted to, we could maybe extend it 5 feet this way. But yeah, it's I don't know. It might not even be worth it, because even with the extra 5 feet, yeah, I mean, that would be the bare minimum you need to put a ladder in. But even then, yeah, even then, you wouldn't have a trap door at the top. You just have an opening. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we may revisit it. We may not. But for now, we're sticking with this. Whoa. That's not... Oh, caps lock. I don't want to hit caps lock. I want to hit shift. Shift! Alright. There we go. Perfect. Whoop. And last one. There we go. Cool, cool. Alright. Looking pretty good. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, if we do end up coming down a level on the towers, then I think the ladder is just at the point, the very limit of what I would expect without being too I don't know. I think it looks fine. Let's see here. Do we want to put a filler pillar over here? Possibly? Just to continue it up? We could. Is that about halfway through that one? That's halfway through that one. Alright. We're gonna do a continuous filler pillar. Where are you, filler pillar? Make yourself known to me. Again, I did not put it in my quick bar, which I really should have. And I'm going to right now, actually, since we use it so frickin' much. There you are. Boom. Alright. Alright, right there. And, oh, no. No, not in my house. There. Is that? Yeah, perfect. Alright, so another one right there. And we should be golden. Perfect. And it only sticks through there a little bit, which I'm fine with. It still works. It still works. It's fine. Alright, so now we gotta flip it around the other way and make sure we're at the right level for the in-between piece. All right, perfect. And there. And there. Looking good. It's looking good. It's looking real good. Cool. All right, I think we can step away from the fortress at this point. And I think we can focus on the cobblestones first and foremost. And then from there, we can figure out exactly what we're doing for the buildings. Floor plan. That kind of thing. So, let's see. All right, so we'll start with the easy one. And we'll do the cobblestones for the outer bailey. Let me grab my map. Probably should have done that before I started. There we go. Okay, so the outer bailey, aka the commoner's bailey, no one calls it that but me, in each of these squares is 10 feet. Yeah, so starting, let's say starting at the front gates, we're gonna have 20 feet of cobblestones from this wall to the first building over here. So let's start with that, and let's get into the cobblestones. Oh no, we were going to use the sewer floor tile, which actually looks like cobblestones. Where is? Oh, it would actually be alphabetical, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. So yes, this guy, that actually looks like cobblestones, where the cobblestone tile looks like individual tiles. Where are the cobblestones? There they are. I mean, they look nice, but they look like here's the one by one. It's just like a slate, a slab of slate. I mean, it looks really nice, but that's what you would expect for more of a refined, water-deep, Waterhavian noble district or something like that. I think for our purposes, we want to use these guys because it's a little more rustic. All right, so from here, it's actually going to be... All right, yeah, we lined it up with that. Okay, it's actually going to be 15 feet from this corner. So that... Nope, that's wrong. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. There, that's what we want. And the rest is all... We can just use the 2x2 and just drag it on down there. And that's 20 feet. And this is 10 because the towers stick in a bit. That's fine. We're going to have this bit here. And then continue on that way. Perfect. And then... Whoa. I lost my cursor there for a second. There we go. Oh, this one's interesting. The tower actually sticks out quite a bit, but that's fine. It's still the same distance. Oh, interesting. On the map, it actually has it taking up 10 feet. I have it taking up 15. That's fine. There's plenty of room to play with. So that and that and cobblestones. Whoop. Oh, well, I guess I could have just done that, could I? Couldn't I have? Couldn't have I? All right. there's the entrance there. Oh, another thing that we have to do. Let me go down to this level. We need to put a little floor tiles underneath the wall. And we also have to decide if we want to do a facing on the wall. I kind of want to do it, but I'm kind of torn between just doing castle ruin block tiles or these just the same face these walls. I think I want to do the castle ruin block tiles. Let's see how that looks. Right quick. Get rid of these. And go up to the ruins. There it is. All right. And this is actually quicker, in a sense. Since I don't have to do 2 rows of this. Oop, oh, that's fine. Well, it's quicker and then it's not, because I gotta do... Oops. There we go. And... and that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. It gives it a little bit more character. It doesn't look as flat as this. I will keep the bottom row, the new ones, or the newer looking ones, or the Castle Morgoth ones, I guess is what they're called. They're from the Castle Morgoth tile set. But yeah, I think aside from that, we'll make all the facing, the outer facing, the ruins, and we can actually do it on both sides of the inner walls if we really want to. I mean, we'll be undoing having to redo some of that work, but most of that was just to get the outline and everything. So it's not so bad. It may be just something I do in between streams, because that would be very time consuming and boring. And I'm happy to do it in my free time. Of which I have ample these days. So let's see. So number 4 and 5. Oh wow, 4 and 5 actually has 4, 5, and 8. Buildings 4, 5, and 8 all have parapets on top of them. Interesting. So okay. All right, that's actually kind of cool. So I'm assuming that means that you can access them from the parapets, maybe, or you can just access them and use them as parapets from the Outer Bailey, area, which is more likely. It reduces the chances of commoners getting up on there and then getting on the inner wall and then getting into the Inner Bailey. So let's see here. 4 is the common stable. So that's a stable. Long buildings about 15 feet high with a 3-foot parapet. Yeah, there's a parapet atop it. The height of that isn't relevant. So it can be used in defense of the gate. Okay, cool. Makes sense. The gate side wall is pierced for archery. So there are arrow slits there, which we can just imagine. Since they don't really do arrow slits in TaleSpire, which is fine. Let's see. Each is this one's just the guards. And the building adjacent to that is 5, which is the warehouse. The required for materials until they get further either sold, persons keep or taken elsewhere. The building is the same as the stable with respect to height. All right, so it's also 15 feet high with its parapet atop. And number 8 is the building adjacent to the warehouse, which looks like it has parapets isolated on itself, which is the Jewel Merchant. Okay. This normal man and his wife are guarded by a pair of second-level fighters in chainmail and shield with sword and dagger. The 4 are lodged in the eastern portion of the building, the merchant and his wife being the upper floor most of the time. All right. Each guard commands a huge dog trained to kill. All right. Is there any more? Oh, wait, that's A. That's not 8. I thought, oh, I was just looking. All right. that was a an entry in the private apartments. All right, so 8 is the smithy and armor. Our building is about 20 feet high. Okay, so it is above the warehouse and the stables. 5-foot parapet, walls pierced for... horses and mules are shod, weapons are made, armor repaired, blah, blah, blah. All right, so it's just the smithy. That's fine. And it is taller than the other adjacent buildings. Cool. So the floor plan, it is, well, we will use a different floor for the stables. We're just going to use like a dirt floor. Let's see here. Desert actually has a good basic dirt-ish floor, which is a decent guy, which is it's kind of works. This tile is thicker than the cobblestones, though, so we will need to come down a half a step. There we go. So this one is 20 feet by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 20 by 80. Here we go. So that's 20. Let's see. 10? 4 by 10. Oh, okay, so 80 would be 20? Oh my gosh. It would, wouldn't it? Whoops. That wasn't right. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's this. Geez, that is a big stable. Whew. Not a whole lot of room for activities in between here. It's going to be a little bit cramped. Is that right? Yep, that's right. All right, cool. We'll make it work. This is according to the map. So with that in mind, yeah, the walls for the stable are going to be on the inner rim of these tiles. They're not going to, like, they can't push out onto these tiles at all since we don't have a whole lot of room to work with. So we're just going to have to keep that in mind. All right, so number 5 is 20 by 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right. And the floor of that is the warehouse. So what type of floor do we want on the warehouse? Not a dirt floor, that's for sure. How about... how's this? I kind of want to pick something that I'm going to be using for most of the... or we can just use the dungeon floor tiles that we have been using. I mean, that would be fine. Yeah, these guys. Gives us a little bit of... well, not that we're going to be using the rounded floor tile, but... yeah. That just gives us a little bit of 60. So to there? No, that's too far. That is too far. Let's see, double checking. 5, 10, 15, 20... no, sorry. They're not in 5s, they're 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 10, 20... 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So there, good. To there. All right, so that is the warehouse. Cool. They share a wall, so I can either... I think I'm going to use the inside of the warehouse for the shared wall, and the stable's just going to come up adjacent to it. And I apologize for the street sweeper outside, if you can hear it. It's time to sweep up them leaves here. Here in Evanston. So yeah, we're just gonna have the stable just so there's more room in the stable, because horses take up a lot of space. We're just gonna have it share a wall with this wall here, and then with the wall of the warehouse here. And otherwise, it's gonna have the side walls that go along the long sides. And there's also supposed to be a big double door about here-ish or here. So that's... yeah, I think it's actually right there. So that's pretty cool. That works. All right. So we got the warehouse outlined. Cool. Now it is time for the blacksmith, which is 30 by 30. And we're going to use the same tiles here. So we want a 3 by 3 or 6 by 6, I guess. Right? Yes, because it counts it in 5s. All right. There is the smithy. And again, I think for the interest of space, we're going to have the smithy share a wall with the warehouse. So the wall is going to come up right up. The warehouse is going to have its own wall, but the blacksmith is going to come up and meet it here and here. And they're going to share a wall. Cool beans. All right. So the only other building that is adjacent to this cluster of buildings near the front is number 17, which is, was, and shall ever be the chapel. Spiritual center of the keep is opposite the guild house. This building has a peaked roof, 2 stories tall. The interior is one large room. The altar is located at the eastern end with a colored glass window worth 350 gold pieces intact. Above it, the window is 20 feet tall and 8 feet wide. An offering box is fastened securely atop a heavy pedestal in the southeast corner. It contains 1 to 100 copper pieces and 1 to 100 silver pieces at any time of the day. It is emptied each evening by the curate, who deposits the coins with the banker. A small stairway in the northwest corner behind the bare wooden pews leads to the cellar, where the curate and his 3 assistants have their quarters. So there is a basement below this building. A peaked roof, 2 stories tall. All right, so this building is going to have 2 floors above ground and 1 floor below ground. Cool. That's gonna be a lot. The curate, a 5th level cleric, is the most influential person in the keep except for the castellan, that being Lord Lord Drysdale. All right. I'm assuming that this is the Chapel of Helm then, and that Elisan is the curate. Possibly. Well, no, it says that his... So I guess this is going to be a separate temple, probably a faith that travelers and adventurers are going to be privy to, paying, admiring and worshiping. So either like, if we're sticking with Forgotten Realms, like Tamora or Joaquin, Tempest, maybe. We could just say this is like a shrine and it has several different shrines within it. Like 1 to Joaquin, 1 to Tempest, 1 to Tamora, Moradin, depending on your location in the Forgotten Realms. But yeah, I mean, we could do it either way. I think Tamora kind of encompasses most, like for merchants and adventurers alike. I mean, luck. Hey, Angie, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think Tamora is a good call. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just say it's a Temple of Tamora, and the curate is a priest of Tamora, and all that fun stuff. Which means that the way that you donate to the church through alms is by gambling. Which is a common thing for Timoran churches throughout Faerun. Alright, so, that being said, we do need to plan for the access to the basement and the access to the second floor. So, I think we should probably... We're definitely going to share a wall. This wall. This is going to be one of the walls, so we can dress it up. We're probably going to change out the facing anyway. So with that in mind, we can figure out exactly how to do that, how we want to do it once we get to there. But for now, it is important to note that because we can use that as a wall so that we can put the basement access along this wall somewhere. So let's see. Let's just outline how this is going to be. So it is 20 feet wide by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet long. So let's see. Is that 12? Will that do it? Nope. Is that... Wait. Oh. That is almost correct. How is that? Hold on. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh. We came over too far. Alright, so we just get rid of these. Just get rid of those. Boom. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. When we were building this, we had an extra 5 feet. We can use that. We can add that to the chapel. It doesn't have to be exactly, so we can just do this. Boom. There you go. 5 extra feet. Or we can add it overall to this area. Just give it 5 extra feet. I think that's a good idea because it's looking real cramped. So here we go. Watch this feat of clicking and copy and pasting. So X. There we go. And paste. Haha. We've achieved 5 extra feet. And let's do that and go back to the sewer. Where is it? Sewers. There it is. And the 1 by 1. And we can just boop, 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 boop. Drop these on in. All the way to there. Perfect. There we go. Now we have a little bit more room here at the entrance, so it's not so super duper cramped for people coming into the keep. Oh, we forgot to do the entryway here. Let me. Whoops. Boom. Cool. Whoa. There's a gap. Good to know. Let's do that. There. Cool. All right. Looking good. Looking real good. Cool. All right. So yeah, that's that cluster of buildings. We have those outlined, ready to go. Once we get everything else figured out, let's get these cobblestones set down while we are set up for it. In between here in the guild house, it's 20 feet, and it extends all the way from here down to here. Boom. And then we have the guild house right about here, which is... Oh, let me do... From here to the guild house is 20 feet. So we'll do that. And from here to the guild house is 20 feet. Perfect. Alright, so we know where the guild house is going to be in this general area. So we need to come down a half a step. Oop, half a step. Not to the very bottom of the area. All right. Let's see. Dungeon. There we go. Then we have a 20 by 20 area up here. And then a 20 by 40 area down here. And that's the guild house. It's kind of small. So we're going to have to really, really cram some stuff in there. Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. My measurements seem a little off here. Did I make the stable too long? No. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. 5, 10, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Maybe I did. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah. It is too long. By that much. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Not a big deal. Whoops. We can always copy paste. Oops. And get rid of stuff. Alright, so let me make sure we're on the right level. We are. Click and drag. Whoa. And cut and paste. There we go. That looks much better. And it matches kind of what we need to do down here. Let me make sure that we're doing the right thing down here. Right now this just looks like a weird ass Tetris board, but eventually it will look better. Yeah, maybe we do have just extra room and we can kind of use that to make the buildings a little bit bigger, which is fine. Let's see. So as of right now, this is looking very much like the book, but this area is looking a little big now. Huh. Interesting. I guess we may have measured from the outside of our wall or the inside of our wall when we should have done the opposite, but hey, that's fine. If it resulted in more room, I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. All right. That's not so bad. So let me see. How far are we supposed to have from this wall? We're supposed to have 10, 20, 30 feet from this wall to the warehouse. And it looks like we've got more than that. It's 10, 20, 30. We've got 20 extra feet. That's a lot, actually. That's actually pretty good, because now in this dimension we have extra room. Cool. All right, so let's add to our buildings. Let's add to this one definitely, because it's feeling a little small. So if we add 10 here and 10 here, which we can also add 10 here since it's lining up. So 10 and 10, and that'll be our extra room spent. So 10, and we just replace these desert tiles, and then the cobblestones, or not, it's sewer tiles. Oh, they're at a different height. We'll wait till we get to that point. Back to dungeon. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Our guild house is looking a little bit better. Yeah. All right, cool. And extra space, 10 more feet for both the smithy and the warehouse. And now, I think we're good. Let's come up half a step and throw down some more cobblestones. Boom. Two by twos. Let's see. We have 20 feet from the tower to the apartments. We already have 10 feet here, which means this stretch here is all cobblestone. And then the apartments start here, and those are tiny. They are 10 by 20. So those are going to be really difficult to furnish. They're basically going to have a cook stove and a bed, and that's all. If that. Maybe they just have a bed and a bookshelf. All right. So with that in mind, we have 20 feet of road here in between the warehouse and the apartments. I believe so. We can kind of bring that down to 15 if we really want to. That way it gives us a little bit more room for our apartments, which I am inclined to do, actually. I think we are actually going to just do that. Just because. It's going to be real difficult to do a 10 by 20 room where you're supposed to, so I guess they are supposed to be just where you sleep, but it's still gonna be tough to furnish that kind of setup. So that should be enough. 15 feet for that road. Yeah, sure. All right, so from the smithy to the building across the way is only 10 feet. So we can just grab one. Whoops, that's a 1 by 1. We want the 2 by 2. There it is. So just do this. Boom. We can meet it up with that. Excellent. Finish that up. Cool. So there's our smithy completely outlined. We know exactly how that is going to work. And the road continues to be 10 feet wide for the most part throughout the inner or outer bailey, I should say. So we can just do this. Yep. And that. And okay, so there it narrows to 10 feet. So we can just leave that like that. And we can actually, given that this inside corner here is all just the guild house, we can make it even bigger by just kind of coming in and adding 5 feet or 10 feet even. Technically, we would still have this weird corner here, which I am 100% fine with if it means adding more room for this guild house, because it's kind of tiny. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Let's see, dungeon, doot, and doot. Looks, yeah, it looks weird. Maybe if we just do that. Or maybe if we just do the 5 feet. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. I think I can live with that. Yeah, that's fine. All right, back to the cobblestones. Let's see. 2 by 2. And that goes all the way up to that wall here. Correct. Cool. And then we have this weird little area here that we've made for ourselves. So, yes, just do that. Boom. All right. Looking good. It's looking real good. Alrighty. The Bailey Gate. I'm going to throw down some cobblestones around that. Just so we have it outlined. Anybody have any good fun plans for Thanksgiving that don't involve family or travel? I'm interested because we're doing the same thing we usually do, which is staying home for a nice chill Thanksgiving. But this year it's for different reasons. Usually it's because we don't feel like going out or going anywhere. This time it's because we can't. And it's probably not a good idea to. But yeah, we're making do, and we have our own little plans. We usually pick either a genre of films, a weird genre of films to watch, and we just watch a bunch while we make food and eat food and all that fun stuff. I'm a big fan of watching the MST3K Turkey Day Marathon, which I usually do every year. Yeah, aside from that, it's, a bunch of food and sleeping, napping while we watch TV, which should be a special occasion, but nowadays that's just life. So it just feels like another day. Ugh. Just with different food. Special food. Let's see. Oh, also to that point, probably not going to be streaming on Thursday, as it is Thanksgiving. I did not realize it was Thanksgiving last week. I thought it was Wednesday, but go figure. Calendars, what are those for? So yeah, there might not be a Hyperlight Drifter stream this week. It's fine. It'll be back next week. Just a heads up. Alrighty. There's a whole lot of unused space over here. I'm guessing it's going to be market stalls and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it works for me, man. Let's see, that's 10, 20, 30. So 30 feet from the walls of the Bailey Gate to the buildings out here. So we have 20 more feet to play with. Boop, boop. And like that. And wow. Wow. To quote Owen Wilson, wow. That is a bit of space there. They have a lot of... Well, hey, more room for activities, right? Why not? We can go ahead and continue this all the way to the wall. And that is how that is going to look. It's going to be, I'm guessing, a lot of dressage. A lot of horseplay over here. Because there's a big cavalry. So this is where their horses are just going to have horses ready in case they need to bust on through and go out into the wilderness. Sure. Why not? All right. Let's see. I am curious to see how this is going to play out with the weird sloped ground. Because of the elevation here. That'll be interesting. We'll see what that's like when we get to it. Let's finish up these building outlines down here. There's only one other building in the inner Bailey, and that's the stables, but they are huge. And I'm probably going to make them a little bit bigger than they are in the book. They're very narrow, but they Very, very narrow, but there's a lot of it. Let's see. So, if we are keeping with that, that is 30 feet. This building, which is 7B, which I think is the apothecary, or the cleric? Which I don't understand how there is a cleric and a chapel, but the cleric's quarters are in the chapel. Priest. Is this B? 7B. Yes, a private apartment. The wooden portions of the house, the jovial priest, who is taking advantage of his stopover at the keep to discuss theology with the learned folk and to convert others. Everyone speaks well of him. Let's see here. He is outspoken in his hatred of evil, and if approached by a party of adventurers seeking the Caves of Chaos, he will certainly accompany them. Alright. Yeah. Cool. And the rest is a secret. The rest is Dungeon Master notes. For reasons that are probably obvious. Whoops. Whoop. Come on. There it goes. So 30 feet. Oh. Wait. Is that too far? Oh, that is A, too far down, and B, does not quite grok with what we're doing here. Oh, that's right. We added 10 feet to everything. That's why. We added a bunch of feet to everything, so we can make this bigger too. In this dimension, we can make it 10 feet bigger. So we can actually go to here. Yep. And it is 20 feet wide. So that is the priest's apartment, private apartment. And the other one is going to be, instead of 20 by 30, it's going to be 30 by 30. Right there. Perfect. And then there's 20 feet of cobblestones. Whoops. Come on. Nope. Just under that one. There it is. Where's the 2x2? There it is. 2x2. 20 feet of cobblestones there. And then those can extend up to this area. And you have a cul-de-sac here. And this is surrounded by buildings. So let's see how this plays out. Interesting. All right, so if we are extending by another 10 feet, number 9 here in the area we're looking at, which is building number 9, is going to be the Provisioner. A low building houses a shop where all of the equipment needed for dungeon adventurers are sold. Obvious exceptions are wagons, boats, and large or unusual items for such a place as an outpost. He doesn't sell weapons other than spears, daggers, arrows, and bolts. Seems like an odd niche market he's aiming for there. He has a few shields, but does not sell armor or mounts. He will direct any persons interested in such items to the trader next door. Prices are as shown in the rules. Cool. He will buy like equipment from adventurers at 50% of listed price. The provisioner is a normal man. Gotta love the wording in the old modules. He's a normal man. He's one of them dude men, one of them men. You know, he's a man. All right, let's go to there, and we will outline this. It is also going to be 10 feet, I guess, wider. So it's going to be 40 by 30, and it shares a wall with the building next to it. All right, so Where are the dungeon tiles? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it should line up with that building. The weaponsmith, it does. Oh wait, it shouldn't. But that's fine, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no. It's okay, it's 30. 30 by 40. I had it the wrong way around. So what's 2, 3, 4? There. That is the provisioner, which is going to share a wall and possibly also a door, an adjoining door, with number 10, which is, I believe, the general's door? The trader. Okay, provisioner, trader. This place deals in all armor, weapons, mounts, and large quantities of goods such as salt, spices, cloth, rare woods, etc. Leather goods. Expensive dinners. Spaghetti bolognese. Let's see, this one is oddly shaped, much like the guild house. So, let's see here. It's supposed to be 40 feet by 30, and then it has another 10 foot by 20 foot offshoot on the southern face. So, let's see. If it is 10 feet wider, then it's going to be 40 by 40. Do we even have room for that? We can do that. That's as good as we can do. We may not even do that. Interesting. Yeah, the way that we had to do our angled wall here, it makes for a very awkward cut. So maybe it's shaped like that. just for the sake of making this easier on us. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because we still have a couple buildings that we need to put here, a couple apartments that are going to adjoin the trader, and more buildings up this way. Okie doke. We can technically kind of push it into this area if we want to or need to, but I don't think we really have to. It's a decent enough size that we can work with it. All right. Okay. So, I guess starting from up here, we have a building adjoining this wall. Oh, and there's going to be a fountain over here. Awesome, we get to use the fountain tile. Sweet! Alright, so 15. What is 15? 15 is the tavern. Cool, so we want to make that a decent size. Right now it is 20 by 50. I think we can make it 30 by 50 without much trouble. We do have the 10 extra feet that we can work with. So yeah, we're just going to plan on 30 by 50. And as far as descriptions go, hey, tavern is a tavern, man. There's no, you don't really need to, if you've read one D&D module, you know what every single tavern looks like in every module. So, and it will share a wall, so that is actually very beneficial for us, as far as, you know, doing the floor plan. And, oh, there's a cracked version of this. That's kind of cool. Oh, and I think I actually used it a couple times and didn't notice. Hey, I mean, that's fine. So So we said 30 by 50. So okay, yeah, perfect. If it comes down to that tower, I think it's fine. And 10? Yes, correct. Cool. So yeah, that's going to be the tavern. And we'll use the cracked version just so we can differentiate a little bit, at least a little bit, between these two buildings. So this is supposed to extend all the way down to this corner, and this is number 14, which is an inn, is my guess. Yep, Traveler's Inn. Traveler's Inn. Not to be confused with the Red Roof's Inn. Long, low structure, 5 small private rooms, and a large common sleeping room for a full dozen. Servants and the like always sleep in the stables. Of course. Of course. Private rooms cost 1 gold per night, but sleeping in the common area is only a silver. Innkeeper and his family live in a small loft above the inn. Okay, so there is a second story. They are obviously normal persons of no fighting ability. I mean, it's obvious to anyone looking at them. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, so this shares a wall with the tavern. And I would say likely a door. Or you can at least get into the inn from the tavern. And it's supposed to go to there. Which I think is fine. The issue, let's see, that's 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, let's come up. Let's come off 10. Oops. There we go. Because these apartments, as I've said before, are that we have to put here. There's also going to be some over here. We're going to try to make them 30 by 30. Or... No. 15 by 20. As big as we can make them without having to take up too much room. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna take up a little bit of room, but And for that, I think we can use the rural tile set for their floor. I think we're going to do a wooden floor for that. Let's see. There it is. So 15 though. We're doing 15 by... Oh, that's a fancy one. That's fancy. 15. Oh, we can put this one in the center and make it real fancy. So that... 15 by 20 though, so it doesn't quite work. So that is an apartment. Not big? Correct. It's not supposed to be. And if we do another one here, trying to determine which would be the best way. I think either way it's gonna take up about the same amount of space from this angled wall. So if we do it this way, it narrows it like that. But if we do it this way, it narrows it here. So it's just a matter of where you want it to narrow. Let's just make one smaller then. Let's make one 15 by 15. So it's the real crappy one. Nobody wants it, but it does have the real fancy tile right in the middle to make you feel better about your choice. Oh. Man, these are going to be small. This one's basically going to just have a bed. That's basically all I can fit in there. All right. Whew. Yeah, not a whole lot of room. I'm trying to see if I could maybe move this wall over. And I could move it 5 feet to the left. Yeah, I absolutely could. And I may, actually. Just to give us a little bit more space. Oh, shoot. Well, that's fine. We can... Oh, wait, no. We don't have to worry about that. It's on a different level. Perfect. It's just above. Haha. Sweet. All right. Yeah, I was concerned about accidentally selecting these that we just put down, but we don't have to worry about it because we put our grid just above that. Whoa. Whoa. Let's do that. Cut. And then paste it right in place. Ooh. Right there. Haha. Barely any difference. And we gave ourselves 5 extra feet. Look at that. Look at that. That looks so much better. And there's barely any difference there on that wall. Love it. Yep, still lines up with the door. And all that fun stuff. And the parapets still work. We might just take that one off. But yeah, aside from that, everything is... Let me add one here. There we go. Cool. Cool beans. All right, back to the floor plan. We're going to have apartments along here, and number 11, which is going to shoot out around here. We could probably have it shoot out about here just to kind of take advantage of this gap. This building's supposed to be 20 by 20, but we might make it a little bit bigger. Just because that's not a whole lot of space. And the road is very wide down here. It's actually 30 feet. We narrowed this to 15 from 20. So we'll see. We might be able to narrow this a little bit, make the apartments a little bigger, which was part of the plan. So, the apartments over here, we know where they're starting. We have it all kind of mapped out. Sorry, I'm trying to pop my back. So 20 feet wide, 15 feet tall, or yeah, 15 feet tall. So 20 feet by 15, which is basically the same layout that we did for the other ones. So let's do, whoop. Are we on the... Oh, we're on the cobblestone level. Hold up. There we go. So there's 20 feet. And now I'm going to try to do this in a way that is alternating from that. There we go. And now we can just copy and paste this bad boy. Because there are 4 apartments of the same exact size. So copy... Paste, paste, paste. There we go. There are the 4 apartments lined up there, and now there's a 5th one that is bigger than the others. And then there's another building that's supposed to be at the end here. There's not actually room for that. Wow. I think the combination of the way how these towers are sticking in on this end and over here, the combination of that, or we lost 5 feet here and we lost 10 feet here, actually, because this is actually supposed to be flush. Flush right on the corner. We lost a little bit of area, which we knew while we were building the walls. We actually commented, if I remember correctly, we're going to lose a little bit of area on the inside, but that's fine. I think we're good. Still good. What is number 11 supposed to be? Anyway, let's find out. 11 is the loan bank. Here, anyone can change money or gems for a 10% fee. The banker will also keep a person's wealth stored somewhat safely at no charge. if it is left for at least 1 month. Otherwise, there's a 10% fee. All right. Loans at an interest rate of 10%, just leaning on that 10% per month, can be obtained for up to 5 gold pieces with no security deposit. Over 5 gold pieces requires some item of at least twice the value for the loan. Okay. A sign on the shop states clearly that the place is under direct protection of the keep. And there's always a man-at-arms in chainmail with bow and sword watching the place from Tower 12. That is the tower that is actually right next to this. So, we have to see where the door is, where we put the door on this tower. Oh, good. We put it here. Which is not where we want it. Because I think we're going to put the building right in this corner. So, we have to move the door. Not that big a deal. And we luckily still have all the tower assets in our little quick bar. Excellent. Cool. All right. And we have not furnished this tower, I don't think. So that's fine. All right. So, yeah, we're going to put 11 right in this corner. And that's supposed to be a 20 by 20, but I think we can get away with making it a little bit wider. And the bank, we're going to stick with the stone floor. The nice one. So 20 by 30. And that is supposed to narrow to 10 feet here. So that's fine. It is supposed to be like right lining up with this section. But I think the way we did things, it's going to be off by a hair, which is fine. But since we did that, we can make this apartment, this end apartment, which is supposed to be bigger, a little bit bigger. We can actually make it... we can either come up to the same width as the bank, or... which would essentially make it exactly the same size as the bank, which is a very posh... it's supposed to be, I think, a very posh apartment. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Back to the rural tile set. The rural juror. There we go. All right. So yeah, kind of narrow here, but it does open up slightly right here. Cool. Makes it look kind of neat. Awesome. If we really wanted to, we could add a little bit more area on these 2 apartments, or is this 1? It's 1.5 apartments. I don't know if we really want to do that. Nah, let's not. Let's leave it a little bit open there. Because also keep in mind, we're going to be putting like barrels and boxes and crates and NPC like commoner minis in here and everything. So I have to keep that in mind. not these big empty spaces are going to fill up pretty quick with just, set dressing stuff. So 2x2 sewer floor. There we go. Ooh, okay. And fill that up. And there. And there. Oh, nope. There. And and sha. And okay. Let's get that. Boop. Boop. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Lining it up with this wall. That's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, putting the wall tiles under these walls is going to be, or floor tiles under these walls is going to be a little tricky, but I think I know a way I can do it fairly simply. It involves shenanigans. And who doesn't love shenanigans? I'm just going to do that. We know that this entire area is going to be open aside from a fountain. So that makes that pretty easy. We can just do that. I do like these sewer floor tiles, the actual floor tiles, but yeah, we kind of committed to these dungeon tiles, even though they're very bright. But I think it's all right. It should be fine. We can always go in and change it later. None of this is set in stone, even though it looks like it is. And filling in the gaps there, and I think that is that's the entirety of the cobblestones for the Outer Bailey. Ladies and jelly spoons, I give you the floor plan. Sweet. All right, we can actually zoom out a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like. Well, that's the very base level of it all. But soon we're going to have buildings and stuff on there. Hell yeah. So the first thing we're going to do is the fountain, because it's kind of cool and I want to do it. Ooh, there we go. All right, so the fountain is number 13, and let me double check what the description of this thing is. The thing here is this fountain. We only have one option for how our fountain's going to look, but might as well just read what it looks like here. There is a large gushing fountain in the center of the square. On holidays, local farmers and tradesmen set up small booths to sell their goods in this place. All right, cool. In the center, so about here-ish. Here-ish. All right, let's go to the fountain, which is in the Morgoth tile set. Boom. The very bottom, if I remember. Yep. There we go. All right, this is a big fountain. Jeez. I guess here. There you go. There's your big ass fountain. Damn. Yeah, I mean that's more or less center. How you're going to get market stalls in there, I have no idea. But there's your fountain. It is much bigger than on the map. In the map, it's only supposed to be 10 feet. 10 feet square. This is 20 feet square. It's twice the size. But it's the only fountain we have. So, this is what we can deal. What we have to work with here. So far, TaleSpire does not have the option to change the size of map tiles. You can change the size of tokens, just not map tiles, unfortunately. All right, cool. That's our fountain. Do we want to move on to the Inner Bailey floor plan? I mean, the only difficult thing about that is going to be the elevation, because we have to lay down the tiles in an area like up to this point, and then move the grid up half a step, and then lay the tiles down for, however possible within that area, and so on. And it gets even more difficult when you have to go around corners and stuff, especially because this is dropping elevation, but this is all at the same elevation, so you have to meet the tiles up in the center in a certain way, split the difference. It's going to be fun. I am going to curse several times, probably, in the process. So maybe we save that for its own dedicated stream. I can foresee that being a whole day worth of it. Maybe even a special long stream if we're not doing anything on a Sunday. Let's see. All right, so we have our floor plan. That's cool. Do we want to change maybe a couple things? Maybe put like a tree or two. Maybe some grass over in this area. Meh. I don't know. Nah. For now, no. I think we're good. Sorry. All right. Let's start with something simple. We'll start with the stable. Stable is super easy, in my opinion. All we have to do is take the tavern tile set, and we just grab some walls. Where are the walls? The plain walls. Where's the one by... Oh, there it is. I was looking at it and didn't realize it. Alright, cool. So, I think to start, we're going to determine where the doors are going to be. Or we just place a wall off of the already established walls that it's going to share with other structures. I think that should be fine, and it's going to share a wall with the chapel. The chapel is actually going to adjoin with the stable here, so we can remove, or we can just use this. The walls we put down here can be basically chapel walls, is what I was trying to say, and get out of my mouth. So the chapel walls we're just, I think, going to use Morgoth, just because it worked pretty well for us so far. Also for the chapel, let's say, because this is where the altar is going to be. That's right, and the entrance is over here. So if that's where the altar is going to be, we're going to use these two, or not, because you can see the ground beneath it. We're going to use these two. Yeah, that works. Cool. And the access to the basement and second floor we will put over here. So we need the 1x2 dungeon floor tile. There it is. And we will we will work out the stairs going up, which are probably, I'm just going to put here in a straight line. I only need like 2 squares to do it. So these are going to be stairs going down, but then they're also going to be stairs going up, or they're going to curve down like this, which is probably more likely as to what I'm going to do. Or even right here. It might work. Well, we'll see. But yeah, for now, that is what I'm planning. And just to get just to get a sense. Whoa, too far. There we go. That's what I want. Just to get a sense. I think we're just gonna do the dungeon tile or dungeon floor underneath all of the walls. So this is how we do that. This is how we accomplish that. The cutaway, and then we just drop them all down. And then if you pan back up, there you go. There's now a nice seamless floor underneath there, so you can't. There's no more gap, which is really cool. Cool. All right. So, chapel adjoining with the stable. That's kind of cool. The stable has one nice wall. The rest are going to be kind of crappy. So I have to decide. Do I want to do? No. I'll tell you what. Let's do this way. Should we do like 2 and then none, and then 2 and then none, or just alternate altogether? Maybe we just alternate altogether. So we'll do a one by one, and then this gentleman, and then we can just copy and paste, keeping in mind where the doors are supposed to be, which are supposed to be right there. So skip that and move there. There we go. I think we're actually going to put doors right here too. I mean, that just kind of makes sense, right? I wish this would have worked out differently, but... Oh, we can always... Well, we'll just do this. I was hoping to end on a non-window wall, but we can just do that. That's fine. Works for me, man. And this was the... What was this? The warehouse. Alright, so the warehouse we're going to say is just basic stone walls. Where's Morgoth? There it is. Oh, I have all the tiles down here. Derpus. We don't really need to do candles on the warehouse. I think we're just going to assume that... Oh, actually. We're going to do these. You know, legitimate corners. There we go. Cool beans. We don't really have... Okay, that's cool. We can alternate. That's fine. So the roof of the stable is supposed to be like parapets that you can like walk on and defend the gate from and all that fun stuff. So, in that sense, I guess we have to plan on fortifying the area here. So that's fine. So we flip that around, that there, and there, and there, and there, and the. Cool. And actually, we will trade that out for a non-windowed section. Where's my tavern? There it is. Whoop. There we go. Perfect. Excuse me, my throat is dry. All right. Cool. There is the stable basic shape. The basic shape of the stable. Yeah, looks pretty good. All right, so for reinforcement of the roof, we're going to use these. So we're going to move them basically down the line, alternating like this, so that there is enough room. We're going to skip the door and just do that, going basically to every other tile and, you know, alternating. And there we go. It kind of works. Actually, maybe we should just put them closer to the... Oh, I guess we can't, can we? Oh, I guess, well, technically we can. If we flip them around and use clipping. It's going to block some windows, partially, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, it gives the sense of a reinforced roof without having to take up too much space. And with the man, this side worked out that it just falls on every other window. Oh well. And we can actually, if we do it this way, we can like do it like that, like straight up every other space, and it's not a big deal. It's not taking up as much room. We could flip them the other way, but I think I guess it's okay if it sticks out a little bit. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't even really stick. Yeah, you can see it sticking out a little bit there, but there's going to be a roof on this thing. You're not even going to notice. So yeah, we can, yeah. Man, clipping is a very nice little feature. Once again, thanks to our friend McCabe for stopping by and telling us about this. Our very first stream, like a guardian angel from the heavens, come to tell us of good news, of the good word of TaleSpire. Yeah, it has changed our life. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Looks pretty good. And I guess we'll do a couple over here. I don't really want to block off this corner too much, but yeah, I mean that's fine. It looks good too. That looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a whole lot. Whoop. There we go. Cool. Coming together. Doing a heckin' big excitement. Oh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, some of the walls, as I said, are just a little bit off. So it's weird. A little bit off center, so you gotta flip them around. Oh, how's it coming out here? Oh, it's fine. It's fine there. All right. I'm interested to see how it's gonna work here. All right. Let's see. Every other tile, yeah. So this is gonna go. Whoops, right there. And there's gonna be another one right there. And yep, sticking out a little bit. Gonna have to deal with it. It's fine. Gonna have to make do. And oh, cool, that worked out. Symmetrical on the other side. Cool beans. All right, so we can really quick just throw down the doors. They're gonna be nice big double doors. Double doors. Spoiler alert: Snape killed Dumbledore. All right, cool. And we have them. Actually, we do want them out the other way, don't we? We don't want the stable doors to open in because then that just blocks the horses. The horsies. So put that there and flip it around and there. There we go. Open out. Open out. Perfect. All right, there we go. We have the frame of our stable. And the roof is going to be a defensible thing. So how do we want to do this? If we come in 5 feet either side, that leaves 10 feet in the center. And we can do crenellations along that, kind of like the way we did this. But it's going to be a little more narrow. Yeah, with 5 feet, I don't think that's going to work. So we basically it's going to come up to the edge. So yeah, it's just basically we can't really do like a normal roof on this. It's going to be, flat and, turreted like a parapet. All right. So let me drag this up the rest of the way. All right. And we also need access to the roof, which is fine. We can put like steps here. All right. All right, so parapets and everything. Part of me wants to make this a wooden roof, like a sturdy looking wooden roof, but part of me wants to just make it stone. Hey, Black Death 13, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, raid! Kazoku 467. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, everybody. We're building a stable in TaleSpire, and we're mortifying over in our own brain as to whether or not we should. Oh, hey, Revan 9907. Hey, how's it going, man? Let's see here. We are going to. We're going to. What kind of roof? What kind of roof? I think we're gonna stick with. Actually, we'll do sturdy wood. Sturdy wood roof. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a tin option, unfortunately, but we can do a sort of. We could kind of split the difference and do a thatched roof with a kind of this thing, which I think it'll work. It's supposed to be basically this roof is supposed to have access so guards can get up on top of it and defend the front gate from the top of the stables and the adjoining warehouse that's going to be over here. So I'm thinking that either no, not that, this or a basic wooden one would do. But I'm gonna do this. Don't eat it like that. There we go. Perfect. And that is the chapel next door, and that is a 2-story structure. So we're gonna use the non-crenellated one there and there. But everywhere else, we're gonna do these sort of parapets. And here we can actually use the corner. Whoa. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Oh, sorry, here, for the raid. All right. Oh, right. They need access, so we're going to put the stairs probably about here. So we need to do a 1x1, like that. And then also, whoops, where is a blank 1x1? Oh, there we go. Blank 1x1. Perfect. Right there and there. So there, now let's get some stair tiles. Do we want to use this? Yeah, let's just use this. There and there. And now the stables have roof access for the city guard. They can just get up there and shoot people like they like to do. Shoot the people that they don't like. All right, that's basically the stables. Aside from the set dressing, there are props in TaleSpire where you can go in and add hay and straw and where's props? There it is. And like barrels and stuff. And where's the straw? Oh, there's a couple. Yeah, like straw. You can throw that in there if we want to. But we're going to come back around and do that once we get to set dressing, which is a very long process. So we're going to save it for later. All right, cool. And the second floor of the chapel is going to share this wall, so let me get that down there real quick. What kind of wall? Do we want to do a window? I mean, we could. Yeah, may as well. Or do we want to do a fancy window? Fancy window with the curtains. Yeah. Whoops. Oh. Whoa. That's weird. Oh yeah, the fancy wall with the windows takes us up a whole space. So it does not quite work. So we will do the regular windows. There we go. That's fine. Perfect. Alrighty. Cool beans. Alright, so that's the stable, more or less. We now have... Oh, right. keep forgetting that there's also parapets on top of the warehouse, so they need to be able to access that as well. So we need this guy and this guy, because it's basically just going to continue in this direction. But first, we need to do the walls of the warehouse, which is at the same height as the stables, so we don't have to worry about making it a 2-story structure or anything like that. The smithy, however, which is over here, is going to be 2 stories. So we have to keep that in mind. And there's also a parapet up there. So they're definitely going to want to be able to access that from this roof. So, all right. Let's just get the walls down, figure out where the doors are. That is also very important. The doors to the warehouse, it says in the module, are right here. And I think that's fine. We're going to do stone doors, big double stone doors. Where are those? There they go. And they're going to open in. Perfect. There you go. Big double stone doors for the warehouse. Yeah. This is going to be pretty basic. I mean, there are no other doors, and it's just basically a big room where you keep stuff. We might do the odd stone pillar here and there, just to make it look like the roof is reinforced if people are going to be walking on it all the goddamn time. So, yeah. Let's see here. Back to these tiles. And we will throw that one down there. And a half wall there. Oh, actually, this doesn't need to cut the corner. I keep thinking it's going to cut around here, but this is the frickin' smithy. All right, so we can put candled walls every so often. Doesn't need to be every wall, that's for sure. So throw that there. How about one there, there? Cool. And regular wall, there. Regular wall. And then the corners. Corner and corner. There we go. Outline of warehouse. More or less. All right, so we do want to throw down some pillars. I think if we throw them down, they don't need to be as frequent as the wooden ones that we did in the stable. I think if we... Let's decide what pillar do we want to do. I'm kind of partial to the rounded ones. But will they stick out? They most certainly will. Oh wait, this wall is flipped around weird. It'll still stick out. So maybe we don't do that one. Or I mean, we could do this. Will that stick out? I don't think it will. No. Yeah, we could do it without the fancy base. Although we would have to literally do it piece by piece. Whoop. Yeah, we have to do all 3 segments on the way up to the roof. 4 segments, jeez. All right. Yeah. Oh, that actually looks really cool. All right. I'm sold. But the easy way we can do it. Oh, clipping doesn't work with groups. All right, maybe we don't do it this way. We would just be making it more difficult for ourselves. Let's see. All right, so looking elsewhere, I think Morgoth has some pillars. It does. Have the buttress base, or we could just do the... that's the corner. The filler pillar, which is useful. But... fancy pillar. Well, I mean, it is a warehouse. Ooh, wow. That is... I actually kind of like that, but it does stick up kind of far. If we're throwing the floor down, you won't really notice. Alright. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Okay, so if we flank every wall segment with a candle, I think this will look pretty cool. So, right there, and there, which means we're going to have doubles. And the corners are going to have them as well. Oh yeah, right there as well. And then the corner, is it going to stick out weird? No, cool, alright. That might be too many. Let's take off this one and this one. There we go. Alright, and then the corners over here. Alright, that's not bad. It's a warehouse-ish. Alright, and the roof of this one is definitely going to be stone. No, not that one. This one, perfect. And it is 20 feet wide, so that works out really well. And boom. Cool. And, ooh. No. Oh, we can't click and drag. That's right. Cannot click and drag with clipping. I was like, whoa, wait, this is not correct. So we have to place individually over the tiles that are sticking up, these pillars that are sticking up. Whoops. So it's going to be a little bit more time consuming, but worth it in the long run. Whoop. Ooh, nope, that's not right. There we go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Warehouse is done. And it only has the one entrance, which I think is on purpose. And I'm fine with that. We'll leave that. Just a single entrance. All right. I don't know if there's supposed to be like an office in there or anything, but I mean, we can pick a corner and put a desk in it. If we're really concerned about it. You know what? Hold on. We can do this. We can split the difference on these roof tiles. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's do that. And then use these. Oh, I guess we can't do that there. Shoot. Oh. So what do we... Oh, yeah. That's fine. Alright, so we'll just do this for that. And we'll make this centered generally the stone. Kind of splitting the difference there. These corners are going to be fun because it's right on top of that pillar that's sticking up. Yeah, you can just barely see it. You just barely see it sandwiched in there. That's kind of neat. All right. Let's do that there, and that. And then match them up. Yeah, there's no real need to put like a barrier in between the roofs. Kind of want the guards to be able to move between the two roofs pretty easily. Oh, also, they want to be able to access the roof of the adjoining smithy. So I need to put a gap somewhere somewhere over there for the stairs. Let's say here. Sure. Or actually, where's their pillar? Does it run? Yeah, there's like two tiles over. This one? Yeah. All right. There you go. So we can put a, I guess whatever we want as a floor tile there. Castle ruins? Sure. Why not? And the stairs are just going to lead up to the smithy roof, which we're going to outline right now. Oh, we have got 5 minutes left in our stream. Maybe not right now. Maybe right now we just kind of go through and start either putting walls underneath these or floor tiles underneath these walls, which I think is what we're going to do. It doesn't matter what the other option was. We're doing this one. Let's zoom down right about there. Perfect. All right. Oh, and we need to move our grid. Nope, too far. Nope. Is that right? Yeah, perfect. All right. So the walls are 10 feet wide, and now that we have the cobblestones down, we know exactly where we're starting. There's a wooden tile. We don't want that. Do we want this? Huh? Yay, nay? No, I think we're sticking with the dungeon. Or actually, we can probably go back and swap out some of the tower tiles for, or the flooring that we've done for these tiles, which are actually kind of neat. I don't know. Maybe we just stick with the dungeon tile. Yeah, for now, we'll stick with it. Just so we can tell what's what, if for no other reason. Alright, there. And 10 feet. Ooh. Working out real nice. The angled one is a little weird, but I think as long as we do this, we're safe. I think. We might have to zoom up and see. Oh, yeah, cool. We just need to do like single tiles like here, here, and here. Yeah, just like that. Boop and boop and boop. And that should be it. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. No gap there now. Love it. Down a little bit. There we go. And 10 foot. 2x2, please. Thank you. Scroll up. Click and drag. Oh, we are in the inner bailey now. Oh, no, we're not. I was like, wait a minute, that's not going to work. Yeah, the inner bailey is going to be tough because they're all at elevation, so we have to keep adjusting our grid and our little green thing, our little green slider. Yeah, the first 10 feet is level with the rest of everything else, so we can put one there, but beyond that, we're going to have to adjust it and move every time. So, yeah. This is going to be tricky. Let me see here. All right, so from there, we got 10, 20, 35 feet before the wall, before it starts to climb. All right. So 10, 20, 30... 5, and that should perfect should line up, and it does. So yeah, the rest of the wall we kind of have to climb as we do it, but anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Black Death, a.k.a. Revan, 9907, thanks for stopping by. Kazoku467, thank you for the raid. Angie, Stabby Rogue, thanks. Stabby Rogue, thanks for the lurk. Thanks for stopping by and watching. We are going to keep building at this. We made some pretty good progress today. We got the floor plan down for the... Whoa. We're missing some tiles, but that's fine. For the there they go. For the outer bailey, and we started putting buildings down, which is good. Next time we're gonna probably move on to the smithy and the chapel, since they are adjoining. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Look at this. You got some buildings. You got the fountain. It's gonna look real good. It's gonna look real good. So yeah. Thanks again. We will be back on Saturday for some Skyrim. It is unlikely that we will be streaming on Thursday, given that it is Thanksgiving. Everyone, please stay safe. Have a happy holiday. Please do not travel. If it is not necessary. FaceTime, Skype, Zoom with your family, if at all possible, and avoid spreading this horrible sickness any more than it needs to be. But aside from that, if anyone is looking for a game of Dungeons and Dragons to casually pick up monthly, I have 2 monthly games that I run. I sell tickets on Eventbrite, and the little scrolling thing on the bottom of my my little thing here should come up with my Eventbrite handle, which is just Dice and Brews. If you go to Eventbrite and look up Dice and Brews, there it is. You'll find me, and you'll find if I have any upcoming events. I do have 2 coming up in December, the 8th and the 13th. The 2 games I run are one on Sunday afternoons and one on Tuesday evening, usually the first or second week of the month. Next month we are trying to, of course, work around the holidays, so I posted them as early as possible, and the tickets are already selling. So my regulars are pretty much bought up Tuesday. So if that's your only option, be quick. But yeah, it is a monthly game, and they are dungeon crawls, so that they're easy to just kind of pick up or drop as needed, or as your whims hit you. Everything is run through Roll20 and D&D Beyond, and yeah. As long as you have a computer with a browser, microphone, and headphones, and the ability to run at least Roll20 on your machine, you're golden. You can play. And yeah, tickets are around $18. And as I said, it's just monthly, so you can join and drop as you wish with little commitment. They're basically dungeon crawls, so there's very little overreaching plot, but there is a little bit. So yeah, aside from that, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's some buttons you can press. I don't know what they do exactly. I've been on YouTube occasionally, and I'm familiar with their whole layout, but I'm not versed in it by any means. I think there is a like button, possibly a subscribe button. They do things. I'm not one to tell you your business. Yeah, so thanks everybody. Thanks again. Thanks for the raid. All of my old streams go up on YouTube, so if you missed anything or if you want to catch up, everything's up there, because they only stay up here on Twitch for a short time, like 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, something like that. Thanks again. Stay safe, and I will catch you next time. Let's do one more of these. Let's exit with a one of these. Time to deliver a pizza ball. Classic. Love it. All right, folks. Peace.